You may notice I'm taking a little water right at the moment because my humor can get pretty dry. My name is Larry Spongberg, also known as Larry the Librarian. I'm 75. I went to the University of New Hampshire in Durham, where I got my bachelor's and my master's degrees in history. I got my master's, what do I do? So I was trying to think what to do. I was actually a life insurance salesman for 3 months. I was not at all good at that. I was a mobile home salesman for 3 weeks. I was just as bad at that. But one of my aunts at that time was the town librarian in Paxton, and she suggested that I might like the library field. So I'd say she hit a bullseye with that one. Someone asked me a question in another video, how long I've been doing puns, and I started off by saying, I wonder when I learned to talk. I really don't remember a time when I wasn't doing them, but I was known for it in high school, so I became known for starting to entertain some of the students while we were waiting to go into what we call homeroom before we started classes. People would always ask me, you should write a book sometime or something. I said, well, maybe a book of my puns will come out posthumously. Right now, I'm still comfortable driving, so I figure it's something I ought to do. I was a librarian at Oxford, Mass., which is south of Worcester. I was a public librarian for a little less than 4 years. And then I went to Assumption in 1979 and became reference librarian. I was a reference librarian there until I retired from full-time duty in 2008. Still have a very good, strong connection with Assumption. The students still know me as Larry the Librarian there. A couple of years after I'd retired from full-time duty at Assumption, I was still filling in, and I heard about this new retirement community coming in less than 2 miles from the Assumption campus. And then they came into this room, which was pretty much empty at that time. So I volunteered to help set up the library. 13 years ago, I set up this library. I moved into the Willows 6 months ago. And all the time in between, they would let me know if something was available, but I never ever felt pressured, well, you really need to make a decision right now. That is not true. That's not how that works. I think the favorite thing about the Willows is just being around other people, and also I am eating such a much greater variety of foods now that I'm here because of the Cascades, which is the sit-down restaurant on campus, and the bistro was a snack bar area. I mean, there are so many things that I would never buy when I was just home alone and things. I had a more limited menu. I like the grilled salmon. I like the turkey when they have that. And then at times like the pasta meals and so on. And then one of the things that I'm really was when we started having the cranky weather in January, to be with other people during a snowstorm instead of being isolated at home. And I think I even was more appreciative of that because of the isolation that all of us had, like during the pandemic. One of the things that I'm very happy about is not having to be concerned that this, that, or the other appliance might have to be replaced somewhat. I mean, I liked being at home at times, but there was always a possibility of unexpected expenses. And here with the resident agreement, if anything goes wrong with an appliance, it's the company that takes care of getting that repaired, replaced, whatever. A couple of weeks ago, there was a problem in my unit, and it was like at 2 a.m. And I called the after hours number, and within 10 minutes, someone from maintenance was there to get the problem under control, and then they took care of that the next day. But at 2 a.m. to have somebody respond that quickly. If I was living at the house, I don't know when someone would have come. Another thing is that there's I pay a monthly maintenance fee, but I'm no longer paying separate fees for real estate taxes, cable bills, phones, utilities, all that type of thing. I've only been here 6 months, and yet in some ways it seems like, was there ever a time when I wasn't here? And that's one of the things that I enjoy so much being here, is just being around people and so on.